Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's we have a little exciting announcement. First of all, it is the winners of the Pay It Forward YouTube Crafty Video Hop. We have two winners and the winners need to contact Min, who is in charge of the prizes, to get them sent out, and you have a week to do so. I will drop the email address that you need to use to contact Min on down below in the description. Now, I have a couple of cards for you today as well, and I have used some new to me neon pop, electro pop inks. And what I've done is, first of all, I have started out by dabbing these on a sheet of acetate. And then I have gone in with a piece of cardstock and just tried to dab up the colors a little bit to kind of create a bit of a fun pattern paper and just to add a little bit of color to the cardstock, basically. What I wanted to do was basically use this and cut out loads of leaves, and then we are going to use the Wow Embossed changers on top of this to add some shine and glisten. So I've gone to town here a little bit with my inks again to really add lots of color, and then I have also tried using my little spritzer to spritz on some water on there, and you can see right away that it just reacts as soon as the water hits that ink. So I thought, why not give this a little try too? Because, you know, while you're playing, might as well try stuff and see if it works, and if it doesn't, then no biggie. I used the yellow and the green ones, but they weren't kind of giving me enough of a greeny color, so I decided to add a little bit of the blaring blue as well to kind of, with the yellow, the blue would obviously create a bit of a green color. So I thought that could be fun. And I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it came out super fun. And even though you can kind of see on the acetate sheet there, it's kind of like square blobs of ink. But because I'm going to cut these out with leaf shapes, it doesn't really matter, because it's, you know, it's not going to be showing that it's square blobs on the card anyway. So while I had a little bit of ink left, I decided to just kind of finish my other piece as well, which was only yellow and green. And this is how they came out. I think they turned out really fun. And those colors are amazing. I also cut out black and white pieces of cardstock using this neat and tangled wonky chevron die panel, not panel, cover plate. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Anyway, the idea was to cut one out of black and one out of white, and then take out all the pieces and kind of puzzle them back together, but not doing everything with white and not everything with black. So we're just going to mix and match those a little bit. And then I'm using this die from MFT. This one is actually a really fun one, and I can't remember what it's called just now, which seemed to be the running theme of this video. It could be like wild greenery or something like that. But either way, look for leaves in the dynamic section at MFT. Oh, and of course I will drop a link down below so you can find it if you need to. And then I've cut out loads. Basically, I cut out as many as I could get out of those colored pieces of cardstock. And then I got another clean sheet of acetate. And with the embossing pad, I'm going to dab every single leaf, and then we are going to sprinkle these with the glisten changers. So this one I have used clear embossing powder and mixed in half and half clear embossing powder, and the other half is glisten. Oh, look at that. Oh, kind of derailed my train of thought there just when looking at that sparkle. So the way the changers work is that the glisten that I've used here is it will add sparkle to any of your embossing powders. So depending on how much you want, you add a little bit more, a little bit less. For this one, I've used half clear embossing powder and half glisten, just to really get that sort of glittery look going. And you can see my little hack here with my tweezers come in handy with these little spiky leaves as well. And look up close there, you can see that they are so nice and glittery. And with that neon ink on them as well, they just really pop, like electro pop. See what I did there? And then we're hopping into a bit of a time lapse to get all the rest of the leaves going. And don't worry, you're not gonna have to watch me sit there and do everything, because even though I did this in a time lapse, my phone also stopped recording not halfway through, but at some point. And I had this issue going through the filming as well. Like, technology got the better of me yet again. Ugh, I know, shocking. I'm not. So anyway, we're gonna hop in here, and as you can see, I have separated all my white and black pieces from the die cut, and then I'm just puzzling these together to kind of see what the ratio I want for the black and white. And I'm not sticking these down directly all the way through yet, because basically the idea I had was that this was going to kind of look like a vertical garden, so they need to, like, I need to have the gaps open so I can stick my leaves in. So I've used a little press and seal hack again here. So this is the reveal of the press, seal and reveal hack. And we're gonna have a close look at how to do this by adding all the bits to the card, but without actually gluing everything down. So we're gonna go along the outer edges of the back, of course, of all these, and I'm using this one that you can see. It's kind of got like it's like tiny little strips stuck together, which works so well for this type of gluing, because if you run over the edge, the strips will stop, and it's so easy to clean up. I mean, this is genius, complete and utter genius. So as you can see here, like with the press and seal on the back as well, it's just keeping everything in place. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add a little bit more right there. Yeah. And then this is gonna go straight onto a card base. We're just gonna tidy up the edges there a little bit as well, apparently. And then this goes on, and we are going to, wait for it, press, seal, ready for it, and reveal. Ta-da! And by doing it this way as well, you will have those gaps so you can actually stick your leaves in without having to like fiddle around them, hurry because the glue is going to dry, or blah 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 blah. So now I'm going to do my fiff-faffing with trying to fit all the pieces in, and I I used a couple of ready-made die-cut sentiments that are from Simon Says Stamp. These says thanks, and I really love this font. So what I've done is I've taken a little bit of glue once I was happy with how the leaves, basically, you know, how I puzzled them onto the card. Stuck a little bit of glue on them, put it into the slit, and then pressed down. So you might have noticed that at one point I put the Electro Pop inks actually on top to kind of keep everything down. And that's it. That's my little vertical Electro Pop ink garden all done. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you've enjoyed this video and will consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I will list everything down below with compensated affiliate links at no extra cost to you whatsoever. Thank you so much if you choose to support me by shopping these links.